Welcome, everyone, to another edition of G.T.E Pro Network Podcast. I'm your host, Ed Peterson, and today's date, ladies and gentlemen, is March the 4th, 2025. We're marching along in March Madness, which is going to be a marketing structure that we're putting together for businesses that's in the retail industry as well as in the service industry. And we're going to be sharing some tools and tips today that's going to help you, guide you in reference to your website. Global Touch Enterprise, we do web design and marketing, and we assist startup companies, churches, nonprofit organizations, and existing businesses how to build and grow their network in the area where they do business. So I'm super excited for today. It's a beautiful day in Houston, Texas, and we're just constantly sharing information on a regular weekly basis and making sure that you have the tools that you need to grow. And we're going to be more focusing our mindset in our growth mode series. And so with that being said, we're talking about, as we continue the series for the month of March Madness, how to launch a successful online business and how to build a network and utilizing the tools that you have at your disposal. It's interesting to me today that a lot of companies that have websites or they have businesses or brick and mortar location, that they're not more focused on how to market in a strategic way that's going to give you the results that you're looking for. And what do I mean by that? Well, I'm saying that if you look at your business today, you want to look at how you're working and operating in the 5 P's of marketing. And if you're consistently on the marketing campaigns that you run weekly and daily, that's what you want to do. Today, it's all about getting the information out. You can never have out too much information, the more the better, and that your content on your website is consistent with what you put on social media and also the search engines on Google, Yahoo, and Bing. And making sure that if you want to structure your business, that you understand the growth of business today. And we talk about the formulation stage, the concentration stage, the momentum stage, and then after that, the stability stages. And we're on our 3rd month of the year, the first quarter of the year, and we learn our growth series and growth of our businesses based on what we do in the first quarter. And a lot of companies today have put out a lot of information and spent millions of dollars in reference to that. But for startups, whom I'm really pitching out this to today, you don't have all that capital. And those who don't, these are ways that can help you, guide you, and making sure that you have what it takes to grow and your growth mode. So how do we launch a successful online business? It's in simple steps, but it's not as simple as it sounds. It has to be done consistently, and you have to have structure behind any business you start to build. You got to have your foundation, and then you got to build upon that foundation. And then you got to have what we call becoming a wise master builder, learning as you earn, so that way you can know what works for your business and what doesn't. And it's okay, trial and error, and everybody looking at it, but look at your industry. Where is it going today? Do you know your industry? Are you understanding your competitors? What's out there that's going to get you to the forefront? And how do you stand out in front of the crowd? What are you putting out there daily, weekly? And what does your social page look like? What does your website look like? Is it interactive? Is it automated? Which is today is better because we're automating a lot of stuff today. And you must understand what's relevant. And if you up technology-wise, up with the times. And if you are, congratulations, you're on the right track. If you're not, then it's time for you to get up and start getting on the right track, like everybody else. It's a super highway. And excuse me. And it's consistency that keeps you going. It's consistency that keeps you in the game. And so if you really want to win, utilizing the win formula, what's important now, you must decide what you need to do on a daily basis on the marketing side. Now, once you have your business up and running, if you're a product business and you have an e-commerce website, then you want to make sure that you have everything you need on products. And then also categorizing those products and making sure that you understand what's moving in your base of your products and what promotions you're running for their products. and what feedback you're getting from previous customers who purchased from your website on the products that you sold them. And do you have good quality customer service? And do you continue to give information and incentives for those who share the information about your company? So it's a lot of things that we have to do daily, but it's worth it in the end, because at the end of the day, your goal is to get as many people to this website, traffic wise. The more traffic you have, the better you are, the more you grow. And the more information that you can share with people as you educate your customers about the products and services that you provide in the marketplace. And this is going to be your key thing on a consistent, regular basis, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to help you get you to the next level. And when you look at launching your business and how to launch a successful online business, and we talk about what it does it take. If you're starting a brand new business, it can be tough to find the right starting points. And I know a lot of clients call me in reference to that. And I'm happy to basically see exactly where they want to go and how far have they gotten started establishing their business. The to-do list could be long, that's for sure. But if you are reading and understanding where you want to go in the industry that you want to work in as a business owner, then you must understand the whole competitiveness of your companies that's in the same thing doing what you're doing. And when you look at those companies, what are they doing that's different, that you can do better, or tweak, or something that you have in the marketplace that you want to provide that's going to give your customers a little bit more than what your competitors are giving. So once you understand your presence, your online presence, once you create a website, for those who do have a website, how much is that website working for you? Is it consistently, are you getting inquiries daily, weekly, monthly? Are you giving feedback to the inquirers that's inquiring about your site? And those who made a purchase, are you giving them information about the next product that you may have that's new? And are you keeping them in the loop of what's going on with your company? And you got to keep it engaged. That's why we call it interactive. And when you go interactive, you want to kind of consistently engage your customers with emails. You got SMS text messages. You got a lot of different things that people can opt in. Notice I said the word opt in. So that way they can get the information continually because they trust you enough to share the information that you're going to be straight and to the point and honest with them in reference to what you're selling. And again, it's all about how you structure your company and what online presence you have currently now. And are you doing SEO, search engine optimizations, where you have AdWords and keywords as well? And is it optimizing it on a regular weekly basis? Because you have to optimize it weekly, daily as well, where you have key points that you want to share based on the promotions you're running. And a lot of companies miss out on this opportunity because they feel that, well, if I got it up there once, then I don't need to do nothing anymore. Well, that's wrong. You need to consistently update that on a regular, consistent basis. Just like we're seasonal, we're in the spring, hitting spring, then we have the summer, and then we have the fall and winter. So within the 4 seasons, you want to put together your campaigns, and then your SEOs have to be optimized enough to update based on the campaigns you're running. And you notice that a lot of companies charge a lot to market that online. Google charges $500 a month to do that on Google Ads, but you can do your own advertising and your own basis off the website. Your website is basically your market piece where you can share with people who want to learn about what it is you do. And you're giving them consistent information, structured information, and information for them to click, buy, or click and get information, or fill out a form, or whatever you have, or event-wise, purchase tickets. And you notice that your search engines will keep you up to date with all of the things that you're doing consistently as you add it on there. And each page has its own link. You can link a separate page off the website, no matter how many pages you have on your website, whether you have 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 pages, it doesn't matter. But your promotional pages is going to be key concept for you to structure it enough where you can send specific links to that particular page where you want them to go. And this will help you to basically continue that structuring growth of getting people engaging and interacting with your website. And any forms that needs to be filled out, you want to give them the link to that, where they can just go straight to that and link. They can use it on their phone. Now, again, last week I was sharing about making sure that your website is basically interactive enough where it meets all the different devices that people are on, whether it's their cell phone, tablet, or laptop, or desktop computer. And if your website is mobile friendly and you have that access where it can meet on the different platforms, then you're on the right track. If it's not, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to need to update that immediately because you're going to miss out on a lot of opportunities here. And that's something you do not want to do. So what I'm sharing with everybody today is that we want to make sure that when it comes to your presence, you want to know how to launch your business correctly, effectively, and get the ball rolling. And when you put it together like this, and if it's in a good way of looking at how you share your information and what you have to sell on your website, whether you're in the clothing business, technology, whether you're in electronics, whatever it is you're selling, it doesn't matter. Your focus is to engage your customers where they can see what you have. And if it's something that they want, need, and can't afford, you got to satisfy three things in the marketplace, what people want, need, and can afford. If you do these three things, ladies and gentlemen, you can be successful. So you got to research the market yourself. Please do your due diligence and your homework. Because any new business you start, no matter what industry you feel you want to be engaging in, you want to learn about that industry. You want to see what makes it tick and what's going to embark on your journey for you to be successful in that industry. And you want to get a good sense of the market you're diving into. Try to understand who are the big players in your field, what competition you have, and who your customers might be. Who's your target market? What's the age demographics? And what's the income levels? And what is your price point for selling that particular item or service that you're providing in the marketplace? And so there's a lot of things that you have to understand when it comes to that. As you research, think about how you can find a unique angle or niche. What is missing from the existing business in your market? What do you think that you can do better? Enhancing it. If it's customer service and you want to give quality customer service, fine. If you want to have exclusivity, where you have your customers to sign up on your website and they become exclusive, like a celebrity would, when they can go into a retail store and shut it down, and they can shop till they drop until they get what they get, and then they out. There's no interruptions, nobody's bugging them, none of that. Well, you can give them the VIP services as well on your website. And this gives you optimum opportunities here where people will begin to say, oh, I can sign up on a website and I have my own page to shop and do what I want to do. And cool, it's secure. And you giving them the option to be a part of your company while they shop online. Amazon does it. A lot of big box brands do it today. Target, you got all these stores where you can sign up and you have your own connection to them where you can shop on specifics. And then they keep a track of your previous purchases. And within those purchases, they're going to send you information about updated things that you previously bought prior or before. And so this keeps everybody in the loop. And you want to be a residual, you want repeat business on a consistent level, especially on your website. If you have customers that bought from you before and they had a great experience, you want to get their feedback. So you can tweak it if need be. And you can basically give them information that's going to educate them on what's next coming in your inventory and how will it benefit them. And giving incentives for those who share or who refer others to your business or to your website. And that's part of the 5 Ps of marketing. And so when you talk about the people, the product, the price, the place, and the promotion, your promotional marketing campaigns on a consistent level will get you your customers and your target market engaged. And then you can share with them on social media. You can go where they are. You need to reach them where they are. And if it's on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or Instagram or TikTok, you can do any of those. And so you want to engage people where they are. Whether you got the younger generation, my generation, or even older generation, you want to be able to reach everybody. And the cool thing about having a website, ladies and gentlemen, especially if you're an e-commerce business, there is no limit to where you can go. And it's up 24/7. So it doesn't shut down. It's a nonstop shop where people can go online, whether they up 2, 3 in the morning, they can buy and purchase from you. So you're making money around the clock if it's done and positioned properly. Why do you think these companies, like in China, we got Temu, it's a China-based company, and they are always online, and people are buying like clockwork around the clock. And they just really getting started. They only been around about maybe 2, 3 years, maybe longer. But look at where they are. Tagging is going to be your best friend. And what do I mean by tagging? That's a term we use in the web world, because we want to basically tag people, tag our customers, and tag others who are linked to us, so that way we can share information on their side and amongst the people that they have in their groups, so they can see what we're selling. And guess what? They pick it up, they sell, they buy, and continue you adding more customer base to your repertoire. And it's a whole lot of things that we can do, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be consistently on the level. Your content has to stay consistent. So what do I mean by that? You have to build a roadmap. Once you've completed the research, you should have a clear sense of what your business will look like and who will be your targeting audience. Your next step is planning your time. Whether you're opening a store on a brick and mortar side, or you need to find a rental space that you can rent out of, or you can develop a new product that needs to be created or tested, if you want to do that, if you're a manufacturer on that side and create your own setup, your website has to be reflective of that. Online presence is always going to be your key factor. And guess what? You want to point everybody to your website. Your website is going to be your mouthpiece. It's going to be your personality of what you do and what you represent and what your beliefs are. And what your business plan, your marketing plan has to be consistent thereof. And your content on your website has to be consistent as well. All your marketing materials and all your marketing tools that you have, brochures, flyers, digital flyers, all of the things above that you have to consistently promote and share must be on a consistent level. And whatever promotions you're running within that week time, you want to kind of keep that going where your audience will pick up and see exactly what you got going on this week. Notice companies spend millions of dollars a day, basically, on marketing. And because they spend so much money in marketing and they want to get it out there, and especially this month, March Madness, this is where retailers, not just for the NCAA, but also companies spend a lot more on this quarter, first ending of the quarter of the new year. March Madness gives us an opportunity so we can see what, if we do well this year, this will carry us through the rest of the year. And we must stay consistent in our approach, reaching everybody, being in season and out of season. Again, your website is 24/7. If you have it structured enough on your e-commerce side, then you're doing well in reference to sharing information and getting feedback. And then who is your model? Who models your products? Are they local? Are you reaching in the community where you are? Are you talking to the churches, nonprofit organizations, and other local businesses in your community centers? Are you going to these business events in your community? Are you reaching out to everything, leaving no stone unturned, but reaching out to everybody and anybody who will hear it? And so once you continue to do that, you should basically keep a system in place where you start building your system, which saves yourself time, energy, and money. And you must create yourself a unique budget and business plan that's going to keep you in line with what your goals are once your roadmap is completed. Then you're ready to not only set your budget, but you know exactly accurately how much money it's going to take to keep the business running. Your overhead is low once you're on the internet. That's the one thing about that. Now, if you have a brick and mortar location, then you know what you got to do to add the revenue stream from the web presence and your location presence in the community where you're serving. You must mirror these two together where they're consistent. Even though a lot of companies may throw promotions on the website, while you have promotions in the brick and mortar location or store you have, as a small business owner, as a startup company, you want to get the message out there as quickly as possible. And while you launching your business on a budget, if that's what you're going to be doing, launching your business on a budget, you must separate your personal finances with your business finances, and you must have separate banks for that. I notice a lot of business owners will start using their personal bank to utilize their business, and that clashes when you start mingling your funds in one spot. You have to separate the two, but making sure that you do your due diligence. Now, let's look at what you're going to need on a brand new website. As we do web design and marketing, my goal is to educate everybody in the marketplace and online how to do it successfully without spending a whole lot of capital. Because a lot of people don't have all that capital today to spend for their business. And so they only have so much. And to be honest with you, when I first started, I've been doing web design and marketing since 2008. Here it is, 2025, 17 years later. I'm still doing it, right? But when I started it, I started off at $5,000. And when I did that, when I got my income tax, working a regular job, I was working for Telecheck at the time, and at that time I was making good money. So I saved most of it, put it away until I launched it because I saw something in the marketplace that I thought I could do, and I'm very creative because I've been in manufacturing, working from Zenith to Motorola to Hewlett Packard up north in Chicago, where I'm from. And I got a chance to basically see in the marketplace what people were doing, and everybody needed a website. Web design and marketing is really a big industry, and it's going to continue to grow and has grown. And in the beginning, when I started, we didn't have all this stuff we have today. We had photos, we had text, imaging, and content, but that was about it. Now we got videos, we got all kinds of things we can add. It's interactive. You got it in 3D version. It's a lot of bells and whistles we can add to a website. And we can go live on a website. And this podcast, I can post on my website that I'm doing today. While I'm live, I can post this podcast on my website. And so when it comes to building your business and your brand, you want to make sure that you have a consistency of the products and services you're providing, the quality customer service you're providing, the information and education that you're going to be providing, and then the end result of how much income you generate on a regular, weekly, and monthly basis. What's your goal? What is your end result? And then how many people in the marketplace you're looking and willing to help? You see. And so it's a lot of opportunities here that a lot of us forget or miss out on. So we have to go back to the basics. Every year I relaunch my business. Every year I relaunch it. I start like I'm brand new again. Global Touch Enterprise, web design and marketing, a technology company. And here we are, 17 years later, just continuing on our growth mode and our growth series as we educate people. I was on Blog Talk once upon a time when Blog Talk was around. Blog Talk is no longer around. But on my radio show, I was able to do the same thing and educate my end users and people who wanted to start a business and needed a website, how to do it effectively. And right now, I'm in over 8 states, and here I am helping as many people across the country. And because of that, we want to kind of consistently keep building, keep growing, and keep moving in the right direction where we're helping each other using the PHP effect, people helping people. Yes, I said it, people helping people. We all have our wants and needs, and we all want to get to the next level. We all want to be successful. Of course, nobody wants to be, unsuccessful, but here we are. So what is it going to take for you to get your business on your online business as you structure it? Well, you got to spread the word. When you're ready to open your online store, then you want to kind of have a grand opening. And a grand opening is what you want on the opening of your open store. Just like if you do a brick and mortar store. Brick and mortar location, you notice we have grand openings when they open up, when they first launch, they'll first open. They have these big banners, grand opening. And so you want to have the same principle rule on your website. It's a grand opening, relaunching, introducing your business to the marketplace. And if you have a brick and mortar location and a website or both, you want to announce your launch officially to the masses. There is no such thing as too much exposure. So you can cut the proverbial red ribbon by sharing the information with all your friends, family, enemies too, about your new business. You got links where they can go and shop till they drop and send them out. You got Facebook again, you got LinkedIn, you got Twitter. You got and you got also Instagram, and you got TikTok. A lot of people on TikTok. And you got fan base. Don't forget my fan base. Now, come on now. So I love fan base. And that's another platform you can utilize. But on the search engines, Yahoo, Google, and Bing, you want to make sure your SEOs are consistent on all of those platforms. And mobile-friendly websites is what's going to win the race. Mobile-friendly websites is what's going to win the race. And if you have it automated, which you can do today, what I mean is any forms that's filled out, any purchase that's made online, they automatically get a reply from your website automated system, sharing and thanking them for that, and then getting feedback from the customers, from the end user who made the purchase. And it goes into your inbox in your email. And you get a chance to now measure exactly the growth of that item. And whatever hot product you have, you want to keep that in the forefront. And you want to make sure that you give a level of quality service and incentives for them making the purchase. And so what is your elevator pitch when you launch the business, and what as people are going to say about the business, and what people are going to think of your business when you launch it? And what's going to be your feedback from your customers that make the purchase? Was it an easy task? Have you tested it out yourself? Be your own consumer, be your own customer first, and see how well it works. That's my tip for you. And once you do that, ladies and gentlemen, now you begin to understand, as I'm putting yourself in the customer's shoes, how easy it was to make the purchase, to get online and fill out the forms, and what did you receive in the interim of that, based on what you want to give them and provide to them for doing that on your website. So you have to make sure that you have everything on a level when it comes to taking advantage of every communication tool to help you get the word out, spread the word, share with everybody you know and whoever they know, and give incentives for those people for the referrals. Most of my business now is referral based. When I started doing my marketing campaigns for Global Touch Enterprise, I was doing all the legwork, right? But now I get more referrals because of how I helped and assisted a lot of other clients of mine and gave good quality service to them. And I educated them on what their needs are. Not charging a whole arm and a leg and all of that stuff just to make a buck, but also my quality of timing with them and the time that I spend with them was valued. And so for value, become a valued independent person in the marketplace, right? Not a person of quantity, but a person of value. Are you valuable? Be the VIP. So valued important person when it comes to quality service that you're providing to your customers and to your clients. And so basically, as we get ready to close it down, because this is only a short show for today, you want to analyze and assess your results at the end. Now, in the beginning of the month, we always have what we call the 3 zones. And the 1st through the 10th is what we call massive exposure. You want to get more exposure about your business. The 11th through the 20th is basically massive marketing, getting customers information and getting it out there to the marketplace, whether you have a brick and mortar or both or website, and making sure that you're giving quality campaigns that you're running on a regular, consistent daily basis. Notice I said daily. And then at the end of the month, 21st to the 30th, then that's when you get massive results of volume. And your volume will give you a lot intel because that's how you know from the beginning of the month how your end of the month will be. And the more you have customers coming to you and more purchases that you get from your online presence, the better you come out. Now you can measure some things. Now you can see exactly what you need to tweak and what you need to continue to consistently push on a regular basis. And it's like lifting weights. The more you do, the stronger you become. And once you've been running for a month or two, carve out time to take a step back and assess your performance. So I always do a 90-day run. And so when you do a 90-day run every quarter, at the end of the quarter, you want to run and you want to measure and see exactly what you have done that was successful, what you have done that wasn't so successful, and what it is that you need to change and update and tweak. So you look at the big picture, but doing so can make it all the difference in your business. And you can use Google Analytics to understand the behaviors of the site visitors and discover their performances on offline side. You can also ask yourself about the people that you have working with you and your families and friends and your customers. So you have a great opportunity here to measure where you are and where you want to go and how far you're getting towards your goal. If your goal is set at a certain pace or a number of income levels, streams, then you want to consistently see where you are with that. And making sure that you, again, listen to your customers. Fine tune where you need to fine tune and tweak where you need to tweak, because they're going to be the ones to help you get to the next level based on the information that you're getting on a regular basis. When they fill out those forms or having information or inquiries about certain products and services and what you're doing, pay attention to that. Don't leave one stone unturned. And always, again, if it's automated, you're going to send an automatic reply, but you want to engage directly to them and give them direct feedback or answers to their inquiries. So the more you engage, the more you improve. So just as the internet can be a great tool for spreading the word, it can also be invaluable for engaging with your customers today more than ever before. So if you think about it today, ladies and gentlemen, you can find out what your customers like and dislike about your business. Real time. They can tell you, oh, Ed, I don't particularly care for that, or that's not a product that I would buy or purchase. Because you're looking at the different age demographics again on your target market. Listen to what they're telling you or sharing with you. And then you can assess some systems and things where you can meet the needs of what people want, need, and can afford. We follow these 3 things, ladies and gentlemen: what people want, need, and can afford. Again, you satisfy these three things, you're successful. This is your formula. So interact with them in person on social media. Make sure you do that. Over emails, but we do email marketing too. That still works. Word of mouth is still a good advertising piece as well. And then you're going to have a forum on your website, where a blog, if you have a blog on your website, they can engage you there, then use their feedback to improve what you do. And the more you focus this, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be successful. You will have the audience that you're looking for, and you can steady building. Growth is the most important commodity on the planet. Without growth, we're just existing, we're not living. And that's not what we're here to do. While we're on this earth, while we're on this planet, while things are going on and changing and ever changing, twists and turns and ups and downs, we have to consistently stick forward on our mindset of growth, period. No matter what's going on around us, we got to stay focused and move forward ahead. And because we are such a unique people of diverse backgrounds and diverse ideologies and everything that we can do in between, our goal is to always support, love, and help each other. Again, utilizing the PHP effect, people helping people. The more you help people get what they want, you automatically get what you want. And in the case of that, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we're here to do. No more, no less. So let's live life, continue to build your network, and improve people's lives. That's my theme for 2025. Building networks and improving people's lives. And making sure that I give quality customer service and that I'm being honest and straight to the point with them so they know exactly where I'm coming from. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for this edition of G.T.E Pro Network Podcast. And next week, I'm going to be talking about more, and I'm going to have special guests on the show as well, where we can be sharing information on a regular, consistent basis. And then you can hear from them directly in the marketplace, these businesses and churches and nonprofit organizations, and understanding about marketing campaigns and how to do great marketing programs and campaigns that you can run on a regular basis off your website and even in your brick and mortar locations where you are. And again, it's all about community, helping community, working together and building together. And with that, you guys have a great afternoon. I'll talk to you again and keep building the dream.